Otherwise, I might have seen a Muta pop there as it got closer, but let's see. Evolution Chamber and Hydralisk Den up for action, so he's getting lurkers out soon. That'll help out a lot with protecting this third base for sure. But you just gotta delay Bogus. There's Bogus scanning the potential places that bases might be. But I don't think he scanned the 12 o'clock. I don't think he's scanned the actual third base. He's just trying to make sure that the base isn't in some wacky location where he'd easily be able to find it and take it down. But I see the starport coming up now for Bogus, probably working on the science vessels. He has a very hefty ground force of Marines and medics, and trying to fend back the mutas, get to that high ground. It's going to be critical, and doesn't want to fight the mutas from the high ground because he needs some kind of scouting on top of that. But you see, it seems that pincer attack trying to come in for actually trying to bring his Zerglings in at the same time as the mutas. But you see Bogus, first-person view, chasing away the mutas. A little bit of micro from him, making sure he can keep that high ground and doesn't get boxed in by all these troops that are down. Alright, one hurt Muta being taken out of the clump, and he's put a couple of new ones in, I think, just to make sure that he can keep up the maximum Muta count. Full control group of mutas. There's a hive on the way now for action, working up to the hive. So we'll have lurkers and the defilers for the Dark Swarm on top of them. That'll help out with defense and possibly some harassment options later on. I see the drones are being transferred up to that 12 o'clock position, so that's up and mining now. Unharassed so far. So Bogus really hasn't been able to do much except build turrets. Lots of turrets! But of course putting the turret in the refinery line like that is never good, because it makes your SCVs go the long way around. It makes you gather gas a little bit slower. And there's the fourth base on the way now for action. So Bogus cannot let this happen. He needs to move out. He has the tanks, and I saw the science facility earlier, so science vessels will be in the air soon. Action has anticipated that. He has the Scourge coming up. Saw the 2 Scourge popping from that egg. So Bogus making slow progress, but he is finally moving up. His troops are kind of split at the moment, so he'll want to get those all in one big Terran ball of godly amazingness. Gotta love giant Terran armies like that. Of course it's like that in every army in StarCraft 2, I think. That's not a diss on StarCraft 2, that's just a general observation. But alright, 4th base being spotted and slightly harassed by that single Marine. That Marine was just sent up for scouting purposes, but it might end up doing a little bit of damage. Hopefully action spots that soon, sends over a Zergling or two to clean it up, so he doesn't lose one hatchery to one Marine, although that would make me laugh awfully hard. Okay, the Mutas trying to snipe the tank, almost successful in doing so. Zerglings get rid of the Marine at the 2 o'clock position, and now here comes action. His troops are split too, so he's got to bring them in for the pincer. He could definitely get a nice pincer here. No, he snipes the... I'm not sure what Bogus is doing. He's getting closer to the lurkers. He's trying to take them out from the low ground. Very risky, and he lost a lot of Marines in the process. Not to mention his science vessel went down, because I think the Scourge were actually grouped up with the Mutas, kind of hidden. Because I can't imagine those mutas did, it's a lurker trap, stop lurker attack, but it was scanned, and Bogus actually was attacking those lurkers for a second. So it was an attempted stop lurker attack, I think. Now the lurkers getting rid of the rest of the ground troops that Bogus has going on. I'm surprised that Bogus hasn't retreated yet. He's just going to lose everything. Loses the only tank he had escorting those medic marines up. So now he's got to fall back a bit. Fall back to the nearest high ground area and wait for more tanks before he tries another attack, I think. Yeah, without tanks, I don't see a way he's going to be able to break through the amount of lurkers. But no, he's making his way over to the 2 o'clock position. Apparently there were no lurkers over here. The lurkers were only to the left side of those Marines. But action isn't even going for that. He's going for a counter-attack with all of his lurkers coming in. There's the science vessel. It's going to be critical. Science vessel will be able to see these lurkers, and if there are tanks in the area, they'll be able to get rid of those lurkers eventually. But now, Bogus falling back. There's an irradiate on... the science vessel goes down too. And 2 more Scourge are flying around to find this science vessel. So the troops trying to get back home, intercepted by the lurkers. So Action is on top of this game, even though he just flew 2 Scourge into that science facility. Still on top of the game for the most part. And there is the Defiler out front being irradiated, so it's got to get those Dark Swarms off quickly. It does, right next to the natural expansion. So wow, he's got to transfer back with the SCVs. And this is definitely going to hurt Bogus, even though Bogus took down the 4th base. He took down Action's 4th base, but now he's going to lose his own 2nd base if he can't get in there with tanks. Get the siege mode going and get a science vessel hovering over that. Because I think the last of the turrets are about to go down at that natural. He has 2 turrets for the vision of these lurkers for now. And he hasn't lifted off the command center. Oh, another science vessel taken out. Action's done a spectacular job of keeping the science vessel count low. And there's Bogus. He just now lifted his command center, so he's got to repair that soon because it is in the red. There is a mineral-only base. Was just built and probably going to be taken down pretty quickly by Bogus. Yeah, Bogus finds that. He's going to try to take out that mineral-only base. Lurkers providing a bit of defense for that, though. 2 lurkers doing plenty for the defense, it seems, to keep those troops low. But the command center might burn down for Bogus unless he floats it back to his main to repair. But you see the mineral only about to go down for Action, unless he can actually defend this. Looks like he is going to defend this. Zerglings pop at just the right time to protect that mineral only hatchery. So now Action, he's grouping up outside. Yeah, he's done a massive amount of damage by, first of all, making Bogus transfer back with all of his SCVs. He was just mining inside of his main, and he almost took down the command center too. So he's denied the mining at the 2nd base for a long time, and Bogus isn't able to break out and take his 3rd yet. Unless he's built it and he's about to float it over somewhere, but I don't see a 3rd for Bogus anywhere. Bogus trying to move out with Medic and Marines alone to clean up the Lurker force, but being forced back by the Dark Swarm. So Action, has done some excellent Dark Swarms in this game. Very aggressive lurker play, just kind of containing Bogus now. You see Bogus is moving out with a drop ship, and that'll give him some option, but the command center's gonna burn down! Oh man, you cannot tell me that Bogus does not know about that. He has to go in there with an SCV to repair that freaking command center. There's a drop ship, dropping troops on top of that high ground area, either to establish a base or just trying to make sure that it didn't get taken down by Scourge. Probably the latter. Let's see, Defiler irradiated, trying to get close enough to do another couple of Dark Swarms. Nice Dark Swarms at this natural, and I want to know if the command center is burned down at this point. Usually the observers will look and see when a building is burning down that quickly, but we'll find out in a bit probably. No Action on top of that drop. He knew it was coming anyway because he spotted the drop ship earlier. And the Scourge, like 7 Scourge, take out that 1 drop ship. They could have been used for these science vessels, of course, but why not? Why not? Just throw those 7 Scourge into the... the command center was repaired. Good for you, Bogus. Got it before it was too late, but it was getting awfully close to burning down. But he's going to have to lift it off again. Lift it off, and still not mining at that natural. So Bogus's economy is absolutely horrible right now. He's way behind Action as far as economy goes. Even though he took down 1 base and almost took down a 2nd, well, there's the 2nd base going down now. Yay, Bogus takes it out, even though with all the plagued Medic and Marines. And the 3rd base finally established, but not mining yet for Bogus. He's not even mining from his 2nd base. Just a 1 single mineral patch is all that Bogus has. Right now, he has to find a way to break out and mine at that base. Yeah, Action has done a fantastic job of just locking him in to that natural, keeping the natural from mining, and keeping Bogus from taking the 3rd base. Done a great job of doing that. But now let's see if Bogus can bounce back and get to that base. Yeah, all of his troops are just being destroyed. He's really run out. Yeah, he has no mineral intake at all. He has 19 minerals in the bank. Can't really build much with 19. GG from Bogus. His economy is sapped dry, so he knows, well, there's probably no way I can get back in this game. Great game from Action. Let's move on to Group B now.